Welcome to this quick tutorial about how to use the Oil Games website. Today I will use the Premier Push website as an example, but all of the same principles apply to all of the rank games, whether you're doing Reach Elite, Premier Push, Silver Sprint, Gold Rush, Platinum Pursuit, or Diamond Dash. So you should have received a link for the first day of training, either by email or text message, or maybe you got it from your accountability partners. Regardless, it should take you to a screen that looks like this. I'm doing it in this size right now where you just have this small window in the middle so you see what it looks like on a phone because most of you are using phones. So when you click on that link, it'll look like this. The very first time you're coming to log in, you actually need to create a login. All right, so you're going to click on this big colored button. Obviously for Gold Rush it's a different color, for Diamond Dash yet a different color. Each rank has its own color. So you click on this Login Now or Create Login Now button, and that will take you to a screen that looks like this. And I'm gonna you just put your name, Steve Jones, and then you put Steve, you put the email address. Make sure that you use the email address that you entered when you registered for the Oil Games, because if you use a different email address, which has happened in some cases, it won't actually count their points. It won't accumulate their points for winning prizes and stuff like that. So make sure that you use the same email address that you used when you registered for the Oil Games in the first place. Okay. Then you create a password here, and then you have to confirm the password, and then you hit this green confirm button. Once you do that, it should take you straight to the first day of training. And so here we are, it's for June 1st, the first day of training. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you what if you've actually logged out. And so let's log out, okay? I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. What if you've logged out and you get to that same page that I showed you earlier, this page right here? So now what do? Okay, you don't create a login again because you've already created that. If you do that again, it's going to give you an error message saying that that email address is already used. So what you need to do is you have to click on this button underneath that says already have a login and password. Click here. So if you click on that, then it takes you to this screen where you just sign in. All right, and that should take you to the main menu page now, because you may do this on a different day, and so it won't take you necessarily to the first page of content. Okay, now even in most cases, if you don't log out and if you're doing it on the same device constantly, you should always be logged in. So now, see, I didn't hit the logout button, so if I just hit on this already have a login and password, click here, it should take me directly to that main menu without me having to enter a password. So that's kind of cool. It saves you a step. Okay, so now having done that, I'm going to show you how to get to today's lesson now that we're on this menu. Clearly, when you saw how I logged in the first time, it took me to the first day, day one. Okay, each day you should be getting a text message and an email with the link to the new lesson for that day or the new training for that day. That's just a reminder, guys. You don't need to rely on that every time. Don't panic if the text message doesn't get through or you don't see the email or whatever. You can navigate to your training for the day just from this menu right here. So you'll just click on, you go to select training, and so you're in Premier Push. Everything Premier Push is going to be your color here, okay? So in this case, pink. If you're in Gold Rush, it's kind of an orangish color. So everything for Gold Rush is in that color. So I just click on this plus sign here, and then I can navigate to the trainings that are available to me here. Don't panic if there's not much training available there. We unlock trainings gradually. This first week, we just do it slowly so people don't get lost. And then after this first week, we're going to be releasing or unlocking training content in 5-day chunks. Okay, so 5 days of training at a time. So if I want to go to day 2 or day 1, either one, I just select whichever I want. So I'm going to just pick day 1 because it has some stuff there that I want to show you. All right, so that way you can navigate to the current day's lesson any way you want, okay? And to get to that page, that main menu page, you can just click up here in the black bar at the very top, main menu, and that will always take you back to that main menu page, okay? So again, from here, I can click on the day I want, and once I'm in that day's training, I can get all the training that I need. All right, so first of all, you have the audio for the day. Usually there's an audio at the very beginning. You can click on that to Welcome to Premiere. And I don't really want to hear my voice again, so I'm going to stop that. Underneath that, you have either other videos. For day one, we have other videos and audios as testimonials, so we want you to listen to those. And then underneath all that, you have a box where you have the lessons, or the assignments rather, for that day. You can read through them, do what you need to, and then when you're ready to go to the next one, there's a next button right here, okay? And then you get to assignment number 2. There's 6 assignments today, so that's why it says assignment 2 of 6. You have your assignment. Once you've done it, you can go to next, okay? If ever you need to go to the previous assignment, you could always navigate back by hitting the previous button, and then you just navigate through doing all of these assignments and hitting next until you're done with all of the lessons, or all of the assignments, sorry. Once you're done with all of the assignments, make sure that you click on this I'm done with today's assignments and I'm ready to report my points, okay? That's how you're going to report your points. But before we go there, I just want to show you, you have all of the resources that are needed for that day are here in this resources section at the bottom, okay? So one of the assignments is for you to look at this Path to Diamond chart. So you can look at it here, you can click on it and download it. You can actually click on it either on the image or on the link below. We have the whole program outlined so you can see what the topics are for each of the days of the program. Again, that you could click on the image or on the link below it. Then you have the points summary, so you see how points work. I just want to pause here for 1 second and just mention something about points. Not all of the points are reported on each day. There are some things that happen on a weekly basis. For example, weekly strategy sessions. Those things will appear in your reporting only once every 5 days of content, for every 5 days of training, okay? And so you'll only report it at that point. And the question in the reporting will be, in the last week, have you done a weekly strategy session, okay? And also be aware that some of these things we don't start giving points for until a certain point in the training where we actually talk about that. So if you don't know how to do a weekly strategy session, don't worry about it. We don't talk about it until day 30 in this case. And then on day 30, that's the first time that you'll be reporting for it, because at that point, you should know how to do it. I hope that makes sense and is clear. And then there's a couple things that are given points for only at the very end of the program, like promoting the continuing education program or rank advancing. Okay, so you can see all the resources that you need that go with that day's training are here available for you to download. Okay, once you're done with all of the assignments and getting all the resources you need, and you're ready to report your points, I'm just going to scroll back up here to I'm done with today's assignments. I'm ready to report my points. You click on that, and you get to your daily report. Okay, so once you're here, then you just simply ask these questions, okay? Or sorry, answer these questions. And you can answer, yes, I did join the Premiere Push Facebook group. I connected with my accountability partners. Now, one thing, you don't have to panic. You don't have to do all of your assignments together all at once. What you could do is you can open your training in the morning, listen to the audios or watch the videos or whatever is necessary, get started with the assignments and do them throughout your day, because some of them will take some time. And once you're done with all of them, you could report your points at the end of the day. And nothing's to say that you can't report your points for that day the next day. So let's say you don't get everything done until the next day or 2 days later, that's fine. You always navigate, you can navigate back to day 1 for your points. And then from there, you click on, I'm done with all the assignments and I'm ready to report my points, and you could go report your points, okay? So when you report doesn't really matter. Just be aware that you could only report it once, okay? I didn't spend any time contacting today, but I will tomorrow for sure. Okay, so you just go through and fill in all of these questions, and it really shouldn't take you very long. And then at the bottom, you need to enter your email address. You just need to do this once, entering your email address. As long as you're on the same device, it should remember it from there on out. And then you click on submit your report, and it should give you a green, your report has been successfully submitted. So once you've done all that for the day, then you're done. You don't really need to go anywhere else. You could just leave that page, and then when you come back, whether it's with the link for tomorrow's lesson or tomorrow's content, you can click on it there and go. It'll take you straight to that day's lesson. If you need to log in, you already know how to do that, so you should be good to go. Now I'm just going to expand this window so I could show you what it looks like on a desktop really quickly for those of you who use desktop computers. And I'm just going to navigate back to the main menu. Okay, so this is what the main menu looks like on a desktop. Again, one interesting I didn't point out on your when you're in the ranks like Premier, Push, or higher ranks, you can access the lower rank content just below this black bar. So lower rank games are below, and so you could actually click on the Reach Elite main menu page, and that will take you to all of Reach Elite's content. Okay, so here on the desktop, I can navigate to the lesson for the day, and it looks just a little bit different here, but it's really quite similar. So you can just scroll through and see how everything works. Again, you could click on next to get to the next assignment. When you're done, you could report, but your resources are all here at the bottom. You could actually get to the resources in two different ways. Either the resources for the day are at the bottom of the page for that day's training, or if you're on the main menu, you can also get to the resources by clicking here, or just simply scrolling down to the bottom of the page, and here you have downloadable resources, and you can just click on the one that you need. All of the downloadable resources that have been unlocked to that point will be there for the duration of the program. So for example, let's say on day 3 there's a new PDF or a new PowerPoint presentation that's part of the training. It will all of a sudden appear here along with when that content is unlocked. So this will be able to expand and grow the list of resources you have, and they'll be available to you from there on out once you're in the games. All right. So I hope that has been helpful for you, and I hope you have a great day.